Hello everyone. Today we are going to present our technology assessment, Apache Marmota. Our group members are Chen Mingxu and Jiawei Zhao. Firstly is our overview of the presentation, which includes the introduction, pros and cons, competitors and analytics, and finally is the recommendations.
So let's start with the introduction. It includes the name and category and its audience. Apache Marmota is an open platform which provides a visual interface for read and write linked data. It also provides inconvenience for users to integrate and collaborate large-scale data. Moreover, it is very promising to become a method of integrating enterprise applications. Then, Apache Marmota is supposed to fall in the category of web development service because it is related to providing specific web development service to different clients. And as for its audience, the audience of the Apache Marmota is business and schools because it is aimed to provide a platform for them to share their knowledge and collaborate on the platform. And now let's move on to the pros and cons. First, as the pros is, it is very convenient to collaborate on it because read-only linked data has limitations as it can only be viewed rather than edited. But read and write linked data no longer limits the potential of the platform. Once linked data could be read and written, users can collaborate on the web, which means people can design, discuss, and share their knowledge through the platform. In addition, they can modify and comment on all the existing work. This could also stimulate more benefits of the linked data. Secondly, one of its benefits is its compatibility, which means it can be used in the business or schools on internal software. And when talking about its cons, we may say about the big issues with the big files. While visualization, the data view gives us an overview on the current data in the system, but there might be problems with the visualization if it is a big data set. Also, developers on some like crowdsourcing platforms such as the Stack Overflow, they come across issues with big files when using the Apache Marmota.
There are several different platforms which could implement the linked data. We find two examples. The first one is Link2. It's a web-based link data support platform that allows users to create, search, and discover different resources, such as web documents, files, and events. And then the users could interconnect them and use their structure to make a linked data. Link2 is also easily supports dynamic communities, which could implement web-based collaboration through resource sharing and annotation. The second example is FOSPOL P3. It's a linked data platform for open government data. It could help solve the problem of interoperability between open data providers and users. It's like create a link between them and help improve the convenience. FOSPOL P3 is also a platform with a distributed character, which means it could enable different participations to work together and improve the reuse of open data. We also have several recommendations for Apache Marmota. Firstly, Apache Marmota now only commit the data after everything is in memory. It's a implementation of a default backend called Wiki, which will cause the problems related to big file. it will be inconvenient and hard to implement. So the recommendations of Apache Momota will be commit data before storing into memory. The second recommendation is an important issue, which is improve the quality and effectiveness of linked data. Firstly, Apache Momota could develop a function to phrase the URI and identify unfamiliar vocabularies. It could help users to obtain terminology clearly and have a better and more convenient use of the platform. Secondly, because Apache Momota is built for the linked data, which is basically open, and everyone is allowed to post it to post the linked data to the web. So when the associated data source changes, such as the changes of web address, the association between the data sources may cause a broken link and several errors in applications based on these data. So it is important for Apache Momota to ensure the integrity and validity of URIs. So the platform could provide a monitoring plugins for associated data sources to monitor the association between sources rather than only resolve it after a specific broke link occurs.
So the last recommendation for Apache Momota is to add modules to help users better host, create, and modify RDF data through HTTP request. The reason is now Apache Momota requires relatively high use threshold since it requires users to have certain programming ability. Therefore, if Momota can provide modules with preset functions for users to realize the RDF structure of web data, rather than all designed by the users themselves, it would be more user-friendly. So now here is our reference list, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.